Hello, welcome to my channel, Jessica Lachelle. I'm so glad you have decided to be on this journey with me to build more wealth, build your resources, just be more of a person of resource and wealth. So welcome to my channel. We have so much to get into. Please stay to the end. I have some gifts that I want to make sure you get and also some templates, so be aware. Let's get right into it because we just have so much to get into regarding multiple streams. Thank you for joining. And I'm going to say week 3 of the challenge because I was trying to do per day, and a lot of people were contacting me saying, Jessica, hold on, it's a lot of work that I have to get situated. I have a lot of questions. I need to get more things into play with my business or just with my personal income. Can you do it per week? And I said, that's okay. It will actually allow me to slow things down and do other things that I'm supposed to be doing. So here we are, week 3 of the multiple streams challenge. If you have not joined, I encourage you to go ahead and join. Drop in the comments what area of expertise or what area of the stream of income you would like to grow. If you do not know, that is okay. We are here to learn together and grow. So when we're talking about multiple streams, we're talking about step 1. What are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? You are going to need to identify what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. And we're talking about identify, that will help your multiple stream. So if you are really good at something specific, if people are consistently asking you like, hey, can you bake this cake for me? That may be a strength that you need to go ahead and use to make more profitable. It may be you know how to sew. It may be a lot of different things. Maybe you give great advice consistently. That could be turned into a multiple stream. But when you think about it, your weakness possibly could be an identifying factor as well. Many people do not understand that even if you have a weakness, you can grow it into a profitable income stream, because maybe your weakness is something that people it's not oversaturated in the market. Even though I really don't really believe in oversaturation, because if God has called you to it, baby, he's going to make sure you deliver it. He's going to make sure you are profitable in that area. But nevertheless, even if it's a weakness, you could grow it to be a high income stream and make it a strength. So just identifying what are you good at. Maybe you are better at a younger age with maybe you're doing nails and you want to get back to it because you were really good at designs of things of that nature. Maybe you know how to art, you know how to draw. Maybe you can sell art to somebody. These are all ideas that you are already doing possibly every day, and you don't even know that it's an income stream. So that's step number 1. I would encourage you to get a piece of paper, draw a line down the middle, have strengths and have weaknesses, and begin to just jot down all the things, even from childhood, that you were good at and that you are good at, and that even if you desire to maybe more develop the skill, maybe you used to be good at it and now you want to become better at it, or maybe you're not better, you're not really good and you want to become better. Either way, it is time to really increase if you really desire to do it. And it's really encourageable, because if you really enjoy doing it, baby, that's icing on the cake. Okay, so we're trying to figure out right now, what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? So that's going to be your step 1 of this week, to figure out, okay, how can I manage something that I'm really good at, and I may not be necessarily really good at, but I really like this, or I may not really like it, but I'm really good at it. Just trying to figure out where you're at with it. But that is going to be your step number 1, managing your strength and your weakness. And then realizing for step number 2, what do people already know or already ask me to help them with? Those are just qualities. And not only that, when you're thinking about how can I help people and people are already asking me for something, that could be also a way to build profitability, and just realize that, oh, I'm already helping somebody with this, or I'm already using this skill very good. Maybe you even have a job where they're like asking you to do a specific skill and you really haven't dived into your own business or even to build a multiple stream outside of your 9 to 5. That's also a way to realize and say, oh, I'm really good at this. Let me try to expand my mind and see how I can build a stream from this. Like, how can I build a stream to really impact my world, my family's world, with what I'm really good at? So step one is your strength and your weakness. Realizing what you're good at, what your family members already ask you about, what your friends ask you about. Maybe your coworkers ask you to do really well. Maybe you dress very well. You can start a fashion business where you're just sharing tips and tricks on how to put work clothes together that you want to work with, and then go into cocktail art. Those are all ways to build multiple streams. Let's get into step two. Okay, your step two is active or passive income. That's something that you're going to need to know, because when you're actively having an income, let's just say if I'm consistently consulting a group of women every day at 9 a.m., that's something that I'm going to have to plan for consistently. That's something that I'm going to have to show up for consistently. If we're talking about I have to consult them Monday through Friday, right? Every day at 9 a.m., that's an active income. An active passive income, an active multiple stream, because I'm having to show up every day just to reap the reward, which is maybe just my influence or even exchange for some type of resource like a money exchange. So that's more of the active income. And we're talking about passive income, that's like me sitting down and creating an ebook for me to sell, and then after that people can consistently purchase it even if I'm in my sleep. Those are my type of multiple streams I love, but we're going to get more into those in another video. But that is realizing for step two, is realize that I want to build an active income, an active multiple stream in regards to I want to show up every day and show people what I'm doing. I also used to sell jewelry. I don't do it as much because I've dived into other projects, but that was more of an active stream because I was consistently having to show the world my product. And then after that, I was having to ship out to them. So that was more of an active stream, an active multiple stream that I was able to present to the world daily. But then on the other side, I also teach how to do permanent jewelry. So therefore I was able to have a passive income because I was able to make videos and also templates to show people how to do it, and they were able to purchase and do it on their own at home. So realizing for step two, you want an active or a passive income, or you may want to do both. You may want an active income that turns into a passive income so you can make more money in your sleep. So those are some of the things that you're also having to realize when we're talking about multiple streams and what type of multiple streams you desire. Step three, align it with your lifestyle. So I have realized that's what makes me profitable with my businesses, because I don't have the time nor I desire to figure out how to not do it with my lifestyle. So let's just figure out what it looks like to align it with your lifestyle. Let's give me, for example, I have 6 kids. We are a blended family, but our youngest 2, they need a little bit more help currently in our household. So therefore, I got into more assuring about my life and how I show up as a mom and a business owner. I was able to merge the two, help more moms become entrepreneurs. Woo-wee! Because it could be very challenging that when you have to get up and take care of yourself and take care of your baby and build your business, okay? So that is how you align it with your lifestyle. Figure out ways to share your life, but you don't have to stop living. You don't have to stop progressing because you may have a family mate. You may be married now. You maybe don't have a family. Maybe at this point you have a family member that may be sick and you have to work around that time. So realizing that you need to align it with your lifestyle. If you have a job in fashion and you want to do fashion, figure out ways for you to incorporate that into your business because you're already doing it. So we're not trying to always figure out multiple streams where we're having to go do something totally opposite of what we're currently doing in our regular day-to-day. Figure out what aligns with your life that you're already doing and use that as leverage to get to your next goal and your next step. And step 4, yes, I love this part, putting it into action. So once you figure out your strengths and weaknesses, once you have figured out if you want an active or passive income, once you have figured out how to align it to your lifestyle, it's time to take action and just put on paper what that looks like. And I would even encourage you to reach out to your friends and your family and ask them, hey, what are my strengths and my weaknesses that you've noticed in the past 3 to 5 years that I do very well? That can also help you fine tune where you're at with it. But those steps can also help build your multiple streams of income. Those are your tips for week 3 of multiple streams of income. I hope this helps and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you for watching my channel. Make sure you share this video with anybody that you know that may need to build multiple streams, and I look forward to helping you, assisting you, and building you up up next week for the multiple streams challenge for week 4. Bye.